Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Kohala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tells his truth, and much respect to the Akim Mathalabin and his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth to USA. Shalom. So yeah, it's going to be a quick news and prophecy update, and I pretty much got two articles I want to link together, and they both pretty much point over here to the west, over here to America. And we understand and should know that according to biblical prophecy, the Lord is going to stir up these other nations against America by exposing America and its underhand dealings that they have done for ever since they came into power. But we're in a time right now which everything is being revealed, and these other nations are starting to catch wind of the one who is behind a lot of shit that's going on across the four corners of the earth. And so that leads me to this article right here from News Punch, where it says Romanian senator claims Turkey's earthquake was a man-made attack. And Romania is a part of the EU, and Turkey is not. But Turkey plays a major role within the destruction of America as well. We're pretty much going to be in line with Russia to destroy this place, America, by fire. And that's the build-up that Yahweh Bashim Shai is currently setting up. All right, he's pretty much setting the narrative for these nations to come against America. So they're saying that this was a man-made attack. And of course, we know that Yahweh Bashim Shai is behind everything, right? But he's using Esau, these elites, along with America, to cause a lot of mayhem within the earth, just so they can be blamed and destroyed. Okay, they've been given this great sword to create this harp machine, and to start these wars and whatnot. And these nations are starting to see that. So she says during her speech to the Romanian parliament last week, Senator Diana Lovanovici accused the West of using geological weapons to cause a devastating earthquake in Turkey. Okay. It is very clear to me that at this point, things at the international level have gotten out of hand. The fools are playing as God. See that? So due to the elites using America as the hammer of the earth to beat down these other nations by the way of their power, their technology, these other nations starting to sniff that out. And that's going to lead to them gathering together to destroy this place. So it says, and they think they have won the game. Cause of these demented and psychopathic people who cause wars and cataclysms using unconventional weapons, we humans are just numbers they can get rid of. You see that? So let's continue reading. She also blasted the globalists for their role in a genocidal plot, utilizing the alleged pandemic and what she describes as C-19 jabs. All right, so these nations are waking up. And this is her speaking right here.
Vă mulțumesc frumos. Declarația mea politică se intitulează A fost nevoie să moară oameni și încă nu s-a terminat. Stimați colegi senatori, de 3 ani de zile trăim la nivel mondial o adevărată campanie de ucidere în masă, fie prin intermediul unor pretinse pandemii și nevoia iminentă de injectare cu vaccinuri netestate care omoară oameni, fie prin intermediul unor războaie care...
So there you go. So yeah, I mean, it's like over 33,000 people who have died over there in Turkey and Syria, man, and the numbers are still rising. So these nations are starting to see that something is up. And this is all because Yahweh Bashim Shai is ultimately exposed in this place, America. Let's go to the book of Nahum, the 3rd chapter, in verse 5. Now it says here, behold, I am against thee, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai of hosts. Who's he talking about? America. And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. He's going to reveal this place. And I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. All right. So America is being exposed right now for all its underhand dealings and wickedness that it's doing across the four corners of the earth. Okay. So these nations starting to see that. So it's going to lead to verse 6. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a gazing stock. So ultimately these nations are going to be looking at America. All right. And that's going to lead to them shooting a missile at this place. And this place is going to be like a gazing stock. Okay. In which they're going to see this place from afar off. burning. All right. So let's grab Proverbs 26. This is what America has been doing all along. All right. Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. See that? So America has dug many pits for these nations. All right, many traps for these nations for gain. So that pit that they dug, well, they're gonna fall into that same pit, and the Lord's gonna cause these nations to rise up. And he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. All right. So also, besides this, you got this situation that happened last year sometime with the Nord Stream pipe, and word is getting out that America is the cause of it. So this is from dailymail.co. It says Russia demands those responsible for the Nord Stream blast must be named and punished after investigator reported claims Joe Biden ordered U.S. Navy to destroy the gas pipe. So all roads leads back to America, pretty much. Okay, and once it's found out that America has surely done that, well, we understand that the Nord Stream pipeline supplies a lot of EU nations. So that's going to lead to these nations looking at America like, damn, like, why would you do that? You supposed to be in lines with us. All right, so these calamities that America is setting, these traps that they're setting, is ultimately going to come back and snap them. You see? So let's go back into this article right here, where it says Romanian senator claims Turkey's earthquake was a man-made attack. Now Turkey is mentioned in the scriptures. All right, when you go to Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right, this is dealing with Gog and Magog over there in Russia, in which the Lord is pretty much setting up the scenario for America to be destroyed, first starting with Russia. So we're going to skip down. All right, now when you go down to verse 5, it says Persia and Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And so all these nations right here are going to be joined with Russia. And it goes on to say in verse 6, it says Gomer and all of his bands. All right, bands pretty much goes into armies. Let's see. The Strong's H102 bands. It says wing of an army, a band or army. All right. So let's go back. It says Gomer and all of his bands or army, the house of Togomar of the north quarters. Now what is Togomar? It says in all of his bands or armies and many people with thee. So when you go to a map, an ancient map of Togomar, as you can see here, over there in Turkey, that is the land of Togomar. You got Gomer there as well. All right. So Gomer and Togomar, and you also got Magog over there in Russia. All right. So all these nations are going to be joined with Russia to ultimately come up against America. As we got in verse 5, it says Persia and Ethiopia, which Persia would be Iran. All right. And you got Ethiopia down there on Egypt. And you got Libya. Okay. So all these nations are going to join with Russia and ultimately come up against America. So again, Ezekiel 38 and 6, Gomer and all of his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. So it says, be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is going to be a guard unto all these other nations. You see that? And this is how the Lord is setting this place up. This is how the Lord is setting up America, man. All right. So eventually these nations are going to get whiff of America being this treacherous whore, man. All right, as this place is being revealed, as its filth is being uncovered, and that's going to lead to what is it, Revelation 17 verse 16. Okay, it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest, which represents 10 EU nations, 10 powers, and which has more than 10 EU nations currently. But it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore being who? Battling the great America. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and then burn her with fire. So you see the scenario that's being built up. All these calamities happening across the earth. America and its technology, this great hammer that's punishing these nations, is being revealed. And these nations are going to hate the whore because they're going to see the treacherous dealings of America, man. So it says for 17, for the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai have put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast. That's why they're in alliance right now. Until the words of Yahweh Shema Shai shall be fulfilled. Then they're going to turn their back on this place. And the one which thou sawest, America, is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, man. Okay? So yeah, that's going to be the fate of America. And the Lord is pretty much setting that snare for this place as we speak. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Turkey is a major part of prophecy as well. So with that, Lord willing, you are edified. Till next time I say shalom.